is a delicious day. We are making homemade manicotti. Yum, yum, yum. You want 1 carrot. This is optional. You don't have to use carrot. I have a couple different marinara sauce recipes. This one I'm going to use carrot, and we're going to finely dice it. When we're little on the end like that, no problem. But as it gets fatter, we need to readjust for cutting it. So I am going to cut this root end off first. Then we're going to cut it in half. Woohoo! And I'm going to cut these in half again so I get a nice small dice. There we go. And I might even, as I get towards the fatter ends, I might even cut them additionally. But for now, we'll just dice. I want to cut these smaller. I don't want them bigger than this. They're starting to get a little bigger. It's all what your preference is to how big you want the carrot pieces if you use carrot. Hopefully y'all can see well enough through my arm. This one again. Better. There we go. Now they're all relatively the same size, and I can just chop away. Trying not to block with my arm. And you can put my carrot back on my cutting board. Okie dokie. Now we're going to set our carrot aside. And we need 1 medium yellow onion diced. So we're going to cut it in half. Leave the root end attached. Cut off the top where it would stick out of the ground. So then we are going to, oh, hang on, there's a little bit of skin in this. Peeling. Okay. We're going to lay our onion down on its flat side. And you're going to take and make little slits. Go all the way down to the bottom of the onion that you have here, but only come up approximately this high to the root of the onion, and continue that across. You can decide the thickness you want them. Then you're going to turn it, you're going to hold it together, and you're going to cut this way, approximately the same width. And when you're finished, you will get little diced onions. Ooh, slippery. That top layer of skin needs to go. Pieces. So we don't have that problem again. I'm going to peel this one off this time. So don't slide away on me. And you can mix your carrot and onion because they're going to get cooked together anyhow. Partially cooked my manicotti. I have not completely cooked it. You don't have to cook it at all, actually. You can use raw manicotti noodles, and then just make sure you're going to cover them completely with sauce so that they get cooked completely done. Now we want roughly 4 to 5 garlic cloves. And what we're going to do is we're going to set them on our cutting board, put your knife blade flat over it, and with the palm of your hand, give it a slap. It'll break the skin and the garlic will pop right out. Boom. And we're going to do that with all the garlic. Comes out nice and easy. That was starting to grow. Cut off the part that was sticking out. It's all dried out. The only thing about garlic is it's so sticky. Fresh garlic, anyhow. And I like to cut the root off the garlic because it's quite hard, and that would not be a pleasant feeling in the mouth. I'm sure it wouldn't. So I just go through and cut the roots off. Make sure you don't have any garlic skin sticking to you. Get off. Let go. Let go! It does not want you to let go. Ah, knife pointing at me. Get over there. So, before I start cutting this, I am going to measure out 3 tablespoons of olive oil in a large stock pot. Three tablespoons, roughly. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put that on medium heat. Okay. Back to chopping. Okay. We are going to take that root out of there. It just looks weird. We're going to dice up our garlic, nice and small. Does not want to let go of my fingers. Sticking to me everywhere. I'm going to put it back in a pile. I'm going to do the same thing like I did with the carrot. Just do a rocking motion back and forth. Get a finer grate on it. If we have time because we're waiting for the oil to heat up. Manicotti tastes so good. Especially with homemade sauce. I'm going to wipe the sticky icky off my fingers. I'm going to swing y'all over to my stove. Boom. There you go. Good for roasting. Okay. Now, in our swimming pool, which is our oil, we're going to put our carrot, onion, and garlic all at the same time. And we're going to stir continuously. Cooking this approximately 7 minutes. We'll stir occasionally, not continuously. Definitely give it an initial stir. Make sure everything gets some good oils in it. Oh, it smells so good. Instead of smell-o-vision, it's smell-a-tube. Enjoy the smell. So it takes approximately 5 to 7 minutes to get our vegetables nice and soft. Oh, there's a couple of big chunks of onion. I'm going to cut those. Sticky carrot. Oh, it smells delicious. I'm going to go ahead and add a pinch of salt. Not very much, just a pinch. We'll continue cooking this. So our garlic, onion, and carrot have been, with a little olive oil, have been softening and cooking here over medium heat. We are now going to add a large can of crushed tomatoes. If you want to use the tomatoes that have flavor in the can, that's fine. This is plain, just crushed tomatoes, no pre-seasonings in it. And then I have 14 to 15 ounce can of fire roasted tomatoes with some garlic. And I need 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. In addition, I'm going to put a 1/3 cup of water in here. I might add more later if I need it. We're going to add 1 bay leaf, a whole bay leaf. I need measuring spoon. One teaspoon oregano. Open. 2 teaspoons of parsley. This is from my garden. You need to turn this to low, the lowest heat you can get it on. And we are going to use 2 teaspoons of basil, which this is also from my garden. Doesn't have to be from your garden. I'm going to get back out there. And I need 1/4 teaspoon salt. In. 1/4 teaspoon black pepper. In. And I have here some garden thyme also. And I'm going to put 1/4 teaspoon. Now if you want to use fresh garlic, basil, parsley, thyme, you can. You would just need a little bit more of them. Doesn't that look delicious? Also, you need, because of the acidity in tomatoes, you need a little bit of sugar. And I mean a little bit. Well, I use less than I otherwise would. I'm putting 1/4 teaspoon because there's a diabetic in this house. So, otherwise I would use more. We're going to give this a stir. And we're going to continue cooking this roughly 30-45 minutes, depending on how thick or how loose you want it. You can add more water to loosen it. We're going to stir occasionally. Actually, I cook mine 30 to 40 minutes, but you literally, this will be ready to use in 15 minutes. You cook it uncovered, a low heat. needle. So this is a simple marinara sauce recipe. I really hope you enjoy this. When you're ready to serve it, you can take your bay leaf out. In the meantime, keep it buried so that it releases its herbs. There's my tomato paste in one little pile, what's left of it. Make sure your tomato paste is completely stirred in. That's going to help thicken it, give it a little more body. If you don't like your sauce this thick, you can use just tomato sauce and not crushed or diced tomatoes. Or you can use the crushed and diced tomatoes and then just puree it afterwards. Either works. I use tomato sauce sometimes for an easier recipe. Just throw together when I don't want to mess. I just throw the ingredients in, my herbs in, and then just cook it low and slow. Depends on what I have on hand. So this needs to cook 15 minutes. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. Please let me know how you like it. And subscribe below. Thank you.